Hello, so now we're going to focus on the more mothering and bonding aspect of the penetrating vessel. So it is very much linked with the baby in the womb. When the baby in the womb is being nourished by the placenta, so by the blood, penetrating vessel, sea of blood, and receiving nourishment from the navel and being completely surrounded by the womb. So we're going to do a few positions where we feel really surrounded by the womb. And that's the kind of enveloping touch aspect we want to try to connect with. But then that's in the womb. After the baby's born, hopefully they also receive that very deep enveloping touch along the front of the body, which is the whole pathway of the penetrating vessel. The abdomen, the breasts are quite important, holding the lower back and holding against the heart. And postnatally, the baby's switching from taking nourishment in through the abdomen, which is an important part of the penetrating vessel, and into the mouth and then the throat, and the food comes through the throat. Eyes are important, mouth, throat, through the breast and down into the abdomen. So really try and have those images as we do the work with the penetrating vessel. So first of all, we do some linking and holding and really feel this sort of very enveloping. Imagine that you're being held, the front of your body, maybe even all around. So this is also the energy of filling up the nest. So feeling the nest, what kind of nest do you want to be held within? Really feel that drawing in, the drawing in and protection of the heart, the baby in the fetal position. You maybe even want to curl down and be in the fetal position and feel this surrounding, all enveloping around you feeling. And if you uncurl very slowly and really feel that holding and enveloping connection. So we've focused a lot here on this upper body holding and enveloping the nest. In other videos we've looked at this lower part, so I maybe will just redo that, connecting down with the legs with a slow curling over connection and connecting with the feet in a very slow way. So we are uncurling and we're standing and we're receiving. So we connect with all of this energy of holding and enveloping. And when we feel this, we also feel the movement down to the earth and how we adjust. So we take hold of one of the legs and we just feel this holding and connecting movement, roots going down to the earth, like the implantation, moving through, establishing roots, very slow and nourishing. And in fact, rather than our arm up, we're connecting with holding and enveloping our heart and being still and held. And we're coming to the center, and we can do this on the other side. We're holding and enveloping, receiving the support of the earth, of the mother. And then we can come to a very slow moving, feeling how it is a bit linked with the stepping vessels, but it's a much more slower movement. The penetrating vessel is that first movement down, and we now receiving the whole energy of the earth through our feet, and feel how that comes up and nourishes our navel, our abdomen, our heart. Maybe we don't move the arms, but we gather and we feel the support of Mother Earth as we gradually move around, stepping and receiving, and not so much focusing on placing the heel, but more the ball of the foot, kidney 1, the most yin point, as we come around to be still and to be centered. But it is very much about connecting to the earth. So we want to maybe be a bit closer to the earth to feel this, and we can bring our feet a little bit wider apart and go more into the standing squatting position. So Of course, I'm aware for some of you this maybe isn't such a comfortable position. You could always sit on a ball, because you're feeling now this lower part of the penetrating vessel, the connection with your own womb and the connection with the earth. And you can just rest here in the standing, again, really feeling the support of the earth, being quite still, feeling this movement coming down, the anchoring to the earth, perhaps holding the heart, protecting the heart, and just feel this drawing in, mothering, like you're in the nest, like you're the baby in the womb, and feeling the nest and the quality of the nest. And maybe you could also feel your own womb here and the quality of the nest and the quality of the connection to the earth. And if you're still with me and able to be comfortable, you could come more into the squatting position. Again, that's not always an easy position for everyone. You can always support your heels on something, or even have your heels up, so you're resting on the ball of your foot. And again, it's like you're in the nest, curling around, and you feel quite in the fetal position. It's one of the easier positions to feel yourself as the baby in the womb, surrounded through your whole body with the womb around you, and you can feel this nest where you are, supported and held and nourished and loved. You could have your feet down, but just feel this enveloping quality, and also the connection with both the navel, where you're receiving nourishment from the womb, and the throat and the eyes. These are important areas of how the baby after birth is going to be seeing the mother's breast, smelling, suckling, throat. So really you can feel this connection with the eyes and the nose and the mouth and the throat and the perineum, and the connection to earth, being in the nest. And then, if that's not such a good position for you, we can come to sitting. When we sit, we bring the soles of our feet together. This is a very centering, also enveloping. It's a bit like the squatting position, but not quite so demanding for our bodies. Do you feel this, the two legs coming together, the baby held within the womb, protected in the womb, already preparing for the suckling through swallowing the the amniotic fluid. Eyes not doing so much, but mouth preparing. Feel the connection between the mouth and the navel and the perineum, and a holding, embracing quality. And so you might want to be quite still, you might want to curl over. So you could have your arms crossing, you could have your arms touching your toes. And one movement I quite like, if you want a bit of movement, and I get the baby because it's also a nice one to do postnatally, is you can rock from side to side. And this really stimulates the connection with the perineum, your own womb and the earth, so you can feel the nourishment of the earth for your own womb. You can feel the gathering in of the heart, the rocking of the baby. Baby's of course moving in the womb, and we just rock and move. Just feeling, again, this embracing, mothering, nurturing quality as you rock. And any of these movements you could repeat, you could rest in the rocking, and just, how is it feeling on one side? Coming through the centre, how is it feeling on the other side? And then it can feel really nice to bring this whole support through the front of the body and actually rest it on the earth, like the mother holding the baby. That's the quality of touch that you want to embrace here. So you could lie completely flat, but it can be quite nice to bend your knees and rest on your heels. You have, again, the connection with the womb and the heel and the earth. And then just rest down on the earth. And this is really good because it gives yin support to the brain and the eyes and the throat and the mouth. So you can just lie down and receive the support of the earth. Mother Earth. Mother Earth, your mother, your capacity within you to mother yourself, to find that mothering energy within you and for you. Because in order to nourish another, we want first to nourish ourselves. And so rest in this position as long as you want. You could go back through any of the movements that you want. And just really maybe finish by feeling how the earth nourishes you in this present moment.